Colt Cabana, boom, boom. Colt Cabana, boom, boom. Colt Cabana, it's Colt Cabana.
Yeah. Man who needs no introduction, Colt Cabana, how are you doing?
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on, yeah. It's the tiniest thing, but you know, we've got a budget, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I won't need an introduction if you put my name down here, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's me, Colt Cabana. How am I doing? I've never heard that question before. I'm doing great. It's great to be here in England.
Yeah.
This time it's just for one show for Progress Wrestling.
Yeah.
Very happy to be here. And yeah, it's not my first time here. Hopefully it's not my last, you know. So I always love coming here. I love the fans. I love the people. I love the atmosphere. I love the lion bars.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going well.
We'll try and get you some line bars after this.
Please.
So, how did you get involved with Progress Wrestling? How did this come up then?
You know, John and Jim, who are running it, they contacted me originally. For some reason, like I'm really accessible, maybe, you know, like, and I don't hide it. And they, obviously, as a comedy fan and a wrestling fan, they're in that world, and they contacted me about just the inner workings of a professional wrestling company and whatnot, and they asked me a bunch of questions, and then about 6 months, 8 months later, they said, "Hey, you available to do a show in March?" And I'm like, "Oh, good, you're doing it, right on." So I mean, that's kind of the story. You know, they reached out to me originally. I was just a helping hand, and then here we go. We got a show, and it's awesome. Ticket sales are going well. The card is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially the American talent they brought over. And, yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited.
Excellent. So you've obviously been to the UK quite a few times. What do you think of the current British wrestling scene?
I don't know. You know, when I first came over here, I was about 8 or 9 years ago, and what's good is that when I was there, a lot of the guys are still here, but they're 8 or 9 years better, you know. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see those guys, and then like when I come back, you know, I think of them, but they've all progressed. Just think how much I've come from 2003 when I was on British Uprising to, you know, how far I've come as a performer. And it's like, I come back, and those guys aren't, you know, those wrestlers aren't the same. They're different too. They came as well, you know, they've came very far as wrestlers and performers. So, I mean, it's got there's a lot of history here. There's a lot of shows. Everyone's, you know, wrestling and putting their time in, doing great. You know, specifically, you know, Marty and Zach are two talented guys that you know, Zach I wrestled with in Pro Wrestling Noah, and it's fun to see him back and, you know, bring what he's learned there. And
so
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So you know, Marty and Zach, are there any other British wrestlers that are coming up that you think people should watch out for? Or
James Mason.
Okay.
It's been around for like 30 years. God, I don't know. Put me on the spot here. Yeah, because I'm excited to see Colossus, something like that. I don't know. I mean, Ligero, you know, I know he's been wrestling all over now, and he's on the show tonight. I'd have to, you know, break down a card, I guess, think about it.
What advice can you offer British wrestlers who maybe want to kind of make it in the American scene or maybe in other countries?
Just wrestle as much as you humanly possibly can. It's you know, I equate it to baseball, but I guess you wouldn't understand any of that. Maybe football. Yeah. Kick as many footballs into a goal. Like, it's all about repetitions. The more you learn how to kick it into the goal, the better you get at it. The more you wrestle, the better you get at it. And practice makes perfect.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Colt Cabana. True legend of the industry. I hope you have a great time tonight.
Thank you very much.